In genetics, the study of genes, alleles are often represented by letters. Capital or uppercase letters are used to represent dominant alleles. Lowercase letters are used to represent recessive alleles. The traits in the Mutt Mixer interactive can help us visualize this. The dilution gene has two alleles. An allele for non-dilute, which leaves the dog's color normal, and an allele for dilute, which causes the dog's color to fade. The dilute gene is recessive because a dog must have two copies of this allele to show the faded dilute trait. But because you only need one non-dilute gene to show the regular color, the non-dilute gene is dominant. If we use the letter D to represent the dilute gene, we would represent the dominant allele, the non-dilute allele, with an uppercase D. We would represent the recessive dilute allele with a lowercase d. The black cover gene will cover up the dog's color to black if it has one or two cover alleles. The black allele is dominant. The clear allele will let other fur colors come through. But if a dog only has one clear allele, it will still have the black cover trait. The clear allele is recessive. If we use the letter K to represent the cover gene, we would use a capital letter K to represent the dominant allele, which is the black cover allele. The clear allele would be represented by a lowercase k because it is the recessive allele. The furnish gene also has two alleles. There's a furnish allele, which gives the dog a furry face, and there's a smooth allele, which gives the dog's face a smooth trait. Can you figure out which allele is dominant and which is recessive? If we use the letter F to represent this gene, which allele would get the capital F and which one would get the lowercase f? You can see that it only takes one furnished allele to give the dog a furnished trait, so the furnished allele is dominant. It will be represented by the capital letter F. If there is only one smooth allele, the dog does not have the smooth trait. The smooth allele is recessive and will be represented by the lowercase f. Did you guess correctly? Lastly, let's talk about codominant alleles. If neither trait covers up the other, but instead the two alleles work together to make a new trait, these alleles are codominant. If a dog has two pointed alleles, it will have the pointed ear trait. If a dog has two floppy alleles, it will have the floppy ear trait. But if the dog has one pointed allele and one floppy allele, it won't have either trait. The dog's ears will be something in between, like a slightly floppy or bent ear trait. The alleles aren't dominant or recessive, they work together. Instead of representing them with capital and lowercase letters, we use superscript letters. Superscript letters are small letters added on the top right side of a regular letter. Here we use the letter E for ears. We will use a superscript P for pointed ears. And we will use a superscript F for floppy ears. In summary, when using allele notation, capital letters are used for dominant alleles, lowercase letters are used for recessive alleles, and superscript letters are used for codominant alleles. In Mutt Mixer, genes like furnish, dilution, and cover have simple dominance and use capital and lowercase letters. But genes like color, spotting, ears, and size have codominance and use superscript letters.